I think it's impossible really to live somewhere like this and not be aware and not be concerned about the environment. I am Patrick Gale. I'm a novelist and screenwriter. I live at the very far west of Cornwall. I've lived down here pretty much all my working life. And I'm a passionate environmentalist. I always have been. I'm one of those writers who isn't comfortable in town. If I have to work in town, I immediately have to seek out the nearest green space and walk a lot as part of my writing day. I am a bit obsessed with the environment, especially living where we do. I'm an extremely keen gardener, and like all gardeners, I'm very aware of any slight changes in the environment that mean plants flower earlier or later, fruit earlier or later. And because we're surrounded by sea here, we're right at the tip of Cornwall, I notice a lot of plastic getting washed up. I'm obsessed with trying to keep our beach clear of plastic and trying to pull plastic out of the bushes when it blows into them and the constant wind. I really don't think the government is acting fast enough on climate change, and every time another proclamation is made of a date by which time we must have gone diesel-free or whatever, I always think, why so far ahead? Why can't we act now? I notice that so many individuals are working and doing all they can to change their lives, and I don't see why the government and legislation can't hurry up to catch up with the individuals. As a novelist, I have to travel a great deal, and that used to involve a lot of flying, and I try to avoid that as much as I can. As it is, I just go on the train all the time. I love making the most of Cornwall's train lines to get out of here and come back. But I wish more money was spent on trains and less on roads, for instance. And I think one of the things that lockdown has really shown us as a nation, and a global nation indeed, is that we were travelling far more than we probably needed to. I'm the first one to admit that I itch to get out there and see friends again and talk to live audiences. But I really, really hope that we've all learnt from just what you can do online and how much you can use Zoom to avoid getting in the car. It always seems to me that G7s involve a lot of window dressing and not much action. If nothing else, though, I really hope all the world leaders leave their cars in St. Earth and catch the train. That single action would speak volumes, actually, about what can be done. It's amazing how often people assume that because they're special and they're important, they must travel door to door in a car. Well, no, catch the train. I wish more of us would think of future generations, because it's very easy to think, well, it'll be fine in my lifetime. We have to think not just in terms of grandchildren, but far ahead descendants of ours and what they're going to inherit from us.